So this last example says Olivia tossed a cylinder 30 times and recorded whether it landed on one of its bases or one of its sides. According to, it says Erica's, that's a typo, let's cross that off. It should say Olivia's. So according to Olivia's experiment, which way is the cylinder more likely to land? Let's go and highlight keywords real quick. I know the cylinder was tossed 30 times. That's the number of trials. And we recorded whether it landed on its base, so on the cylinder's base, or did it land on the side. So I'm going to highlight that keyword side. And according to Olivia's experiment, which way is the cylinder more likely to land? So we want to know which way it's more likely to land. Okay, and we can see that the data has been recorded here. The only thing, there's one more typo in here that I want to fix. This should not be time. This should be the outcome. So let's just write that word outcome here. Outcome. All right, so we can see the outcomes were that the cylinder either landed on its base or it landed on its side. And I want to find out which probability is greater. So let's write this out. Again, the probability of an event occurring it's equal to the number of favorable outcomes to the number of total or possible outcomes. Okay, so I have my setup here. I just want to do one thing. I want to see if I can move this information. Just want to move all of this up over here. And now I'm going to create a little bit of a divider to set up my probability. This on the left-hand side will be the probability of the cylinder landing on its base. So I'm just going to write the probability of landing on its base. I'm just going to write that word base here. The probability of the base is equal to, I'm not going to set anything else up yet. And let's compare it to the probability of landing on its side. So probability of its side. All right, now this time, I'm going to look at what goes on bottom first. The number of possible outcomes, or the number of total outcomes. How many times Olivia tossed that cylinder? Well, I can either add up 9 plus 21 to get 30, or I can look in the problem, because I already know she's tossed that cylinder 30 times. So I'm going to put the value 30 on bottom, 30 on bottom, and now just ask myself, what goes on top? Well, if it lands on its base, I know that, well, it landed on its base 9 times here, and it landed on its side 21 times. Cool. So let's just look at something real quick. I can see the values in the denominators are both the same. They're equivalent, 30 and 30. Since this is the case, I just have to look at the values in the numerator. What's up top? I have a 9 and a 21. Let's compare. Which one is larger? Well, 21 is larger. Therefore, this probability here is larger than this probability to the left. So, the cylinder is more likely to land on its side. More likely to land on its side. Cool stuff, guys. I'll see you in another video.